Apprentices, if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. Know who you can talk to. Don't just straight kiss his ass, but show up and start doing stuff. Know what to do when you get there. That goes a long ways. I'm one of those guys. Don't talk my ear off right when I get out of the truck. First one in, last one to leave. Those are how you get respect. You can decide to listen to me or not. Any apprentices out there that are watching this is for you guys. This could help you, could let you know this isn't the way you want to go. I've seen a lot of good apprentices, a lot of bad ones, some that gone before lunch. You know how that is. It happens. It's tough. So I got like 10 questions here just about apprentices, what I see about them, what's good about them, what's bad about them. First question, what's the number one thing you look for in an apprentice on day one? Day one, usually apprentices are lost. They've never seen this stuff. Unless you're an apprentice that's grown up in this, it's still a little overwhelming. So what we kind of look for is just a little bit of hustle. You know, guys picking up 2x4s or even just cleaning up. That's kind of what you have apprentices do. Clean up some stuff. Do this. If they're picking up one board or if they're picking up 3 boards, you know what's going on. You know, they're picking up 3, 4 2x4s at a time or that one 2x4. And you're like, okay, I see what's going on. If they're kind of walking or if they're hustling, we've had apprentices, you know, their dads told them, you get out there, you better run. And these kids are running. One, if you've done this in your family, you have a huge jump start. You know, my sons grew up in this. My brothers grew up in this. I did. If you haven't done this in your family, you haven't been around construction, it's going to roll you right over. Just hustle. If you don't know anything, at least do it fast. If you're going to be crappy, at least do it fast. And that's going to push you so far along. Try not to take breaks if you're a new apprentice. Don't take any breaks. That's going to go so far. Oh, you're like, I'm good? Might be for a hard day and you might need a break. I'm not saying don't take them. Make sure you're good. Number 2, why do you get pissed when guys walk off the slab or out of the concrete in muddy boots? Don't walk in the parking lot with muddy boots. Don't walk on that new concrete. Don't walk on older concrete with muddy boots. I've had so many guys, especially apprentices, they want to go get something to eat out of their truck. They go walking right outside. They go walking right down the brand new asphalt in muddy concrete boots. And we've had so many problems. We've had to get water trucks there. And you can wash that parking lot 100 times. You can get pressure washers. You can get all kinds of stuff. It's a bad day. That's why I like the slip-ons where you put a bag. We use the treads. You put a bag in, put them on, take them off. The other ones, they're the ones you got to take your work boots off and put on. I don't like those because you can't slip them off real quick to go to your truck. And that's a little tough. Those smaller ones are better. If you're pouring a lot of concrete, they work great. But when you got to take off those big ones, it's just a little easier to slip them off real quick. And then you can walk on the concrete. You don't make a big mess. We don't have to clean up the mess. It's a pain to clean. It's a pain in the butt. You can get wire brushes. You can get everything. You guys know it is hard to clean up those footprints. And you can't deny it. The superintendent shows up. What the heck is this? Number 3, what's a tool most apprentices, new guys misuse? I got to go back, you know, especially apprentices. It's a shovel. Man, they'll shovel mud and they'll throw it up in the air and let it splash. Instead of throwing mud and turning your shovel over, it doesn't splash as much. Rake guys, I don't even want to get into rake guys. I want to use shovel. I even had a good buddy saying he'll show me what's up on the rake, so I'm waiting for that. But the shovel, learn how to shovel, and man, it can go so good. You can do some good with it. You can move. Love a great shovel guy. Love a great shoot guy. That's the world right there. So I think the biggest tool is shoveling. Yeah, you can float and that. You're going to learn that stuff. You can get quick at floating. You can be crappy at floating. We're just going to go over it and fix it. But that shoveling thing, we really need that. And that's big for apprentices, I believe. They can learn to shovel. Man, I'll take them all day long. Number 4, what's one small habit that separates a good apprentice from a lazy one? That just comes down plain and simple to hustle. I want someone hustling. People say, do it slow, get good at it, and speed will come. I don't think so. I believe do it fast, the talent will come. You will naturally get better at it. Do it fast as you possibly can, and you'll get better at it no matter what. If you're doing stuff and you feel, oh, I'll get faster. No, you just get good at going slow. Everything we do, we have to go fast. Our stuff is timed. Not like someone's timing us. Our mud expires. It gets hot, it sets up. So we got to do it as fast as we possibly can. So for an apprentice, hustle, get that stuff going. If we need a tool out of the truck, run. It'll go so far. Guys will see that, hey, he's hustling. And I do know you'll quit running, and I understand that, but at least hustle. Sometimes you do need stuff quick. You need that stuff, and I think that'll go a long ways. Number 5, what's a mistake that you'll see a new guy make at least once? Those lessons that you make, mistakes, I think it's just dropping wheelbarrows, walking out on the concrete with muddy boots. Those are the mistakes I don't want. It's making a mess, splashing something. Those are the mistakes I don't want. Everything else we can kind of fix. Stepping in the concrete after we poured it, not realizing it, that stuff happens. And finishers, concrete guys, we love when those new guys make mistakes because we're going to eat you alive. You know, we're just like sharks. We see blood, we're attacking. And if you mess up, we're going to eat you up. And my thing on my crew that I've done for years, it's a little fun, but if you mess up, if it's a big mess up, you dump a wheelbarrow, you're buying lunch. So all my guys are looking for that new guy to mess up because we'll make you buy lunch. Or if you think you know what's up and I make a bet with you and you lose the bet, you're buying lunch. And guys like to bet me, and I don't bet unless I know I can win. So I've gotten some good lunches. Got a kid, he had to go buy Wingstop, 60, might have been $80. And he didn't quite have the money, but he did it. He paid up. 6, what do you do when a new guy is too afraid to mess up? When a new guy is too afraid to mess up, you got to make mistakes to learn, especially me. I got to make mistakes to learn. So if they're doing that, I'll figure out a way. I got to kind of read them a little bit, but you got to push them a little bit. Get them going faster. I'll get them to mess up, but it's pretty easy to get those guys to mess up. I have a rule: if we're wheelbarrowing, if you get lapped, that's lunch. You better not get lapped or you're buying lunch. So do something to not get lapped. We used to slam the gate shut. We did whatever. We'd throw the shovel and we'd rake the chute down to try to get around those guys so that you don't get lapped. What that does, it makes it a little bit of fun. Yeah, they might get a little frustrated or whatever, but I got to have fun at work. We're going to race. We got to do stuff to make it fun. We're out there doing hard-ass work. This work is miserable sometimes. So let's make it fun. And so that's why I like racing or messing with guys. And usually the weakest link gets messed with. And most of the time that's an apprentice. And if he's got a quick mouth on him and he knows what's up, he can handle himself. But he shows blood, we're striking and we're going to tear him up. So you new apprentices, you got to learn. You got to learn what's up. You got to learn to be quick and learn to make mistakes and get better. You know, it's all right to make those mistakes because then we see, you know, you're just human. But if you're trying hard, that's going to go so far. Even if you're making mistakes, but you're trying hard, just hustle. It'll go a long ways. 7, what gets an apprentice sent home early in my book? 1, I've never sent anybody home early, no matter what. If those guys are lacking, being lazy, whatever, I feel it's my job to get the apprentices motivated, whether that's yelling. I usually don't yell too much. I get guys going and I get them moving. And I think it's my job as a coach or however you want to look at it, team captain, whatever, to get those guys motivated. So if they're lacking, I'll even send someone, hey, go get us some energy drinks. This guy's lacking. So unless they're real mouthy, you know, I've fired a few people. Yeah, definitely. I've fired quite a few people. Mostly is they start getting mouthy with me or they want to fight or something. That's not happening. We ain't at work to fight. I do not take that at all. I've had some issues where guys wanted to fight and somebody hit somebody. I ended up it went bad. We'll talk about that in another time. But I don't do that. So I don't really send anybody home early. If you're struggling and I see you're really struggling, I'll definitely help you out, take you aside, we'll talk, we'll get you going. I want people to succeed, because the better that apprentice gets, the easier it is for me, the easier it is for my buddies. And so we want that apprentice to get good. So everybody steps in and shows them. And sometimes you got to call somebody basically a chicken or weak to get them to be motivated, to get them to step up. You know, that new woke stuff. Oh, don't talk down to them. That's how men learn. And that's how we have to learn, is, you know, calling somebody a weak ass or any of that stuff to get them motivated. And that's the best thing I can do. And it works. I'm telling you, it works good. Number 8, what's one thing you wish someone told you when you were starting out? My lesson for those young guys is look at the older guys. Look at the old guys, how they're doing good. Besides their finishing aspect, there's some guys that can finish real good and they got a wrecked home life. They got a wrecked out of life. They're on drugs, but they're good finishers. That happens. I had some really good guys. I mean, I had really good old guys, and I thought they were old guys. They weren't that old, but I considered them old. You know how when you're 20, you think 40 and 50-year-old guys are old as can be until you're 50. You know, I had guys that had been at the company for 20-something years, and I looked at what they had. Look at those older guys. What are they doing? You know, one, they've probably been at that job for 10, 20, 30 years. They got their shit together. Why do they have their shit together? Because they've been at a job for a long time. And there is guys that jump around. Those guys have their shit together. I'm just saying, look at those guys that have true good talent. And that's what I think is important as an apprentice. Look at that guy. See what he's doing. He's killing it. Why is he killing it? Why is he doing so good? Oh, because he really knows his craft. Other guys want to work with him. You got to be finisher friendly, as in these guys like working with you. They have a good time working with you. They know you're going to bust your ass. There's those other guys that they get out, they work hard at getting out of work. You don't want to be around those guys. You want guys that work good and know what's up. And that goes a long ways. So pay attention to those older guys, the ones that really have their stuff together, and that'll go real far. You know, they have a nice truck, a nice house. It's like, oh, this stuff does pay. It pays good. You do good doing this stuff. But you got to hustle. You got to work hard. It'll all pay off. Number 9, if a new guy wants to earn respect, what does he need to do? If you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. Be early. There's never going to get in trouble for being early, ever. Be early. Be that guy out. Learn your foremans. If they don't like you talking a lot in the morning, don't talk a lot. Some guys are a little grumpy. You got to get going. I'm one of those guys. Don't talk my ear off right when I get out of the truck, unless we have a good bond. Certain people, I can do that too. Certain people, I do not want to hear you. So learn your foreman a little bit. Know who you can talk to. Don't just straight kiss his ass, but show up and start doing stuff. Know what to do when you get there. That goes a long ways. And stay late. Don't be that guy that has to leave early every single day. Yeah, stuff happens. Don't leave early every single day. Just like in basketball, Kobe Bryant, first one in, last one to leave. Those are how you get respect. You'll start learning stuff. You'll know what to do. Be the guy cleaning up. Concrete is messy. Clean up. Keep yourself clean. Clean up other guys' stuff. That goes so far. And if you can clean up quick, guys see that. And I know we're supposed to be finishing concrete, but we got to clean. We got to be clean. We got to put up plastic. We got to put all that stuff. We're constantly cleaning. I got noticed by a big company. They said we're the cleanest company they've ever seen. And this company was like the 7th biggest in the world. And he couldn't believe how clean we were for concrete guys. Concrete guys, they don't mind flipping concrete on everything and be like, oh, it's messy. No, be clean. It'll go a long ways, but do it fast. Don't spend 2 hours sweeping up a driveway. Get it swept, do it good, and move on. That's going to go a long way. So my biggest thing is get there early and be the last to leave. That'll go so far for you. 10.
What do you say to apprentices who think certain jobs are beneath them?
We're in the union, so we have apprentice finishers, we have apprentice carpenters, we have apprentice laborers. But we'll get some guys, some apprentices like, oh, I'm not supposed to be shoveling, or I'm not supposed to go pick up forms. I'm only supposed to pour concrete. And we're going to light them up. That's not how this is. One, to be a good apprentice and be a good finisher, you need to know how to shovel. Even if you're a concrete pour finisher, you need to know how to shovel. So when you're a foreman, when you're a journeyman, whatever, and you get a new kid, you can show them how to do it. If you didn't learn how to shovel, how can you show that kid what the heck to do? You can't. You need to do that. And none of us are above shoveling. None of us are above wheeling, any of that stuff. Apprentices need to know that stuff and know that they're not above that. I got journeymen, they're wheeling. I got foremen, I'll wheel. I love to wheel. You don't have to think. You can just hustle. Wheeling's awesome. Shoveling's awesome. Yeah, it's a little bit harder work, but I'd much rather do that. There's no headache. There's no stress. You just shovel and give some people some crap. Sometimes it's fun. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. If you've already subscribed, I really appreciate it. Get some shares. Give me the comments. Comments are awesome. Guys have been hitting me up a bunch. I'm answering them all. We'll get them all answered. If I haven't answered them, give me another comment. Be like, hey, answer my damn question. So I really appreciate that. So we'll hit you on the next video. See what's up.